Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. We were here yesterday during Christmas Day, and we were testing out the truck to see how it handles in the cold environment. What happened was it reached I believe 38 degree here up at Huguenot Beach in Florida. That's Jacksonville. And it seems to us that the truck handled perfectly fine. It managed to stay at, I believe, between 70 to 80 degree all night. So this morning we are actually waking up to a beautiful day, but chilly. As you can see, we are practically in our winter clothes and we're still cold. Right now in the morning we were gonna have some coffee, but we forgot some stuff, so we're just gonna, I guess, wing it. But at the same time, we made pho soup, which is a traditional, I believe, Asian dish when it's like during a cold environment. And we're preparing it right now. Actually, we had a pot boiling here. We love this thing, as we mentioned to you earlier, that on our previous video. Hey, we haven't done the review on this thing yet, but we love it. I mean, this performed really well during, I guess, all the cooking process, especially making pho. You cannot use the propane one because the heat, it's not as intense as these. And typically on a pho, you have your soup. Your broth basically consists of chicken, beef, and some other stock you want to put in there. And we have some bean sprout, very common dish, also very common ingredient. Bean sprout and your typical rice noodle here, hot rice noodle, and the lemon and lime. And back to what I was saying earlier, we wanted to go up north to do some more traveling. We had a situation where the truck had some leak here and there because of design flaw, which I'm going to change and revise. We test that out and it worked out fine. So right now we're testing the heater, and this is the heater we're using. It's a really awesome little heater. We love it. This is what I use, and oh my god, believe it or not, I bought this really cheap, not even knowing that one day I'm going to put it in my truck. I believe I bought this at the Goodwill. I paid a couple of dollars for it, and I love it. This I designed, and it's also really nice if you check this out. This thing swings up and down, and I'll go sideways, and it's awesome. When it gets so hot, we'll shift it down here where it cools down the whole water tank and everything. When it gets too cold, we shift it up here and it heats us up inside. That was my design that I really wanted, where where it doesn't get too hot and it doesn't get too cold, and where it cools the water down, warm the water up during cold temperature, and also keep us warm at the same time. Being that the water and everything in there, it keeps the temperature consistent. We're like at 70 all day long, 75, 76. Very comfortable. It just seems like we never left the house. It's just very comfortable. And the trucks perform really well. I mean, the shower water, the hot water went perfectly fine. We managed to take a shower between both of us. The water actually was too hot, to be honest with you. I need to tone it down a little bit. The water probably was almost burning. Other than that, I mean, we did a lot of upgrade to the truck. Remember we mentioned earlier in a previous video that we were going extra solar, extra battery. We changed it differently, the different configuration, because like I said, during the cold temperature, there's only so much the solar could handle. During the hot, there's only so much that solar could handle, and lithium batteries are very expensive, so I gotta stay within a budget, and I can't. So I got something else up there. I'm gonna do a more review later on. As for right now, it's just a quick little video, where we're at, what we're doing, what we're having for breakfast. Typically I don't have pho for breakfast, so we managed to have this, also another leftover. We tend to have a lot of stuff left over. By doing that, we have leftover soup. I usually have just a coffee and a Cheerio with some almond milk, which that's a staple for all of it, for me, really. At the same note, I consider myself a Twinkie. I hate saying that word, but it's true. I don't typically have soup for breakfast. You know, Twinkie, you probably wonder, you know, like white on the inside, yellow on the outside. That's how I look at it. I typically make a lot of this meal on my own, and we tend to just, you know, whatever mood we're in. You know, cold weather, we love soups. We enjoy soup in the cold weather. Typically, we do a lot of soup in the cold weather from fishes. So, you know, we usually catch fish from up there, fillet it, make some kind of fish soup. That's really, really good. Other than that, well, I hope everybody have a wonderful Christmas yesterday. Oh, yeah, the coffee's done. You sure? Okay. And it's awesome to have you know, a wife that supports you in this thing. She makes me coffee and breakfast and Cheerio. She's awesome. You know, I better stop it. You know, she'll get big-headed.
Coffee.
We got coffee, and this is what makes us happy for Christmas. You know, being that it's usually we're out with friends and family, but during the pandemic we're trying to stay alone for right now, and it's really cold. So, well, anyway, we're gonna have to say we'll see you later. We're gonna just have a little breakfast, and again, I hope everybody have a wonderful Christmas. You know, got all your present and your toys and everything else. My present basically is just to be out here in the environment, testing everything out, and that's my Christmas present for this year. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll hope to see each other soon. Bye. She was mentioning to me, you know, there's no cheers in the coffee. She spent all this time making coffee, and she wanted to at least offer the coffee to me and say, you know, cheers to everyone. And here we go. I mean, she's still making it. And this is some fancy cup. I usually never had mine in this kind of cup before. Yeah. Since it's Christmas, it's very, very cool. I usually have in a white mug, you know. And cheers, and everyone have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful, wonderful New Year. If we don't see you guys by then, we don't know. We don't have a plan right now for where we're going. We do have a couple of projects here and there we'd like to finish up, and we'll do some pho here, and we'll show you how it looks, how it's made, and we'll definitely want to show the ingredient too and how it's made also. You know, that'd be very, very interesting. Actually, you know what, let me show it to you right now. Is it ready though? And it typically is very you basically do not put the soup inside the broth. You actually, I mean, sorry, you don't put the noodle inside the soup. You basically want to just take the noodle, put it in a strainer, and then put it in where you boil the water separately. So this is where we boil the water, over here. We boil the water here, and what it does, it kind of, well, actually it's not boiled yet. You can't do it until it's boiled, isn't it?
Yeah, stop boil.
So yeah, we have to wait till a little more till it's boiled.
Yeah,
once it's like boiling hot, we submerge the noodle inside there and soften up the noodles, and then you transfer it back. I'll just show you the kind of step we go through. Transfer it back into here with the bean sprout in the bottom, because you want the bean sprout to just cook itself within the broth, and then you put all your you know, your standard spices. A lot of us, you know, I mean, I love my cock sauce. Cock sauce. This is what it's called. It's really funny. And we got here also the Hossein. I believe this is like what is this? I don't know what kind of sauce these are. I call them oysters, but it's called Hossein sauce. Hossein. I can't pronounce it. It's spelled Hoisin sauce. And with some garlic. Must have a garlic. Garlic is the main ingredient to pho. Without garlic, forget it. It just tastes like a regular soup. And you know, salt and pepper. You can avoid that. You don't have to put that. You know what I mean? But typically you want that too. And basically, and we'll show you the finished result of it. But yeah, you transfer from one to one, and then it's not as complicated as it looks. It's pretty easy. It's just you know, you just got to know how to do it, just like anything else. You know, with fried rice, you know, all of us have a different way. You know, so. But yeah, we'll let you see the finished result. And the soup is right here, and the soup is right here. Yeah. It's a broth soup, yeah. And it smells really good. She did a good job. I don't know, we had it earlier yesterday for Christmas. Well, we're gonna have to say goodbye for that now until I finish the thing. And I'm trying to keep my hand warmer also. I'll see you in a minute.